Never stop laughing. It literally brightens up my world, George. You look like Captain Underpants.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk!
Restaurant Punk.
What's up? You got Future George here.
What's going on? Or Gigi.
Oh, Gigi.
Parlez-vous français? Oui, oui. Un croissant. Eiffel Tower. St. Pierre Tomies. Coffee. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
What's up? How we doing? Let's talk about turtles.
So
I like turtles.
I'm
So
sorry.
just for everyone's reference, I've been like roasted for the way that I laugh. And that's, upsetting.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Anyway,
gonna pull it
continue.
together.
What's up?
with
Well,
the,
how we doing today?
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much
Welcome
for joining
back
us.
to-
Nick, I would like to sincerely apologize for the abuse and the insecurity I may have just caused you.
Please, look what I'm wearing.
Never stop laughing. It literally brightens up my world, George. You look like Captain Underpants.
Yes. Yes, he does.
I'm sorry. I
Don't
had to
touch the
cough.
mic. Touch the
I'm getting
mic.
yelled at by production right now. Noelle,
Get this
George,
shit together. Let's go, guys.
I'm checking out in the sense of call outs.
Oh.
What do you do when people call out? Like as an owner,
I beat
how
the shit.
do you feel?
Oh, how do I feel?
Like
Well,
how do you
what are
gauge
they call?
it? Like
Now are they
do you
calling
ha-
out the day before? Are they calling out the hours before?
No,
Yeah.
I was saying like same day call outs.
Oh, I do like. Oh, I like it.
well, I mean, like you have to immediately adapt to the situation. I mean, obviously, if they're calling out and they're not going to come in, now you as the owner or the person that's the manager
yeah, you
there,
can jump
need
into-
to like jump in, or you need to have somebody like
Right.
jump in, or that your night just got a little shittier.
Royally screwed.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
quick.
No, and I think it's hard because, like, first of all, being a server and especially being young, because we have a lot of young servers.
Yeah.
I remember there being many nights to where I was like, I just don't feel like going in, or mornings where I was
Right.
hungover and I was like, I'm sick,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard because, like, I know myself when I was young. I was a
Right.
shithead. I was always a really good worker. It was very far and few between, but I know that even I fibbed sometimes just
Right.
because I physically didn't want to go. Whereas I feel like it's harder now being a business owner trying to decipher,
Who's
okay,
sick?
are you full of shit or are you
Are you
not?
hungover?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bull-
Yeah,
Bullshit
like, are you
tightness.
hungover? And you know what's funny
right.
is I actually think I get more pissed off when someone calls out the night prior because it's like, you don't know how you're going to feel the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
never
like
thought
you're
of
just
that, yeah.
like preliminarily telling me like, I could feel better tomorrow, but regardless, I'm not coming in.
Right.
But then again, I keep fighting myself because on the flip side, it's like if they don't stay home and rest, then they're going to
getting
be
any
out
better.
further,
Yeah.
or they're going to get other people sick.
yeah.
That's
And
why I
that's
hate when people are
that's-
sick in the
yeah.
restaurant.
yeah.
If you're
because-
sick, stay away from everybody.
I know.
Because like a bad cold,
I mean,
or
it
like
goes
a
around.
flu
But
can,
I feel like
tear
people
through.
take advantage of that. They're
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
oh, well, they know that if I'm sick, they're not going to
You
want me
got
to get
COVID, now it's
anybody
over.
else sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
COVID was just a mess,
Right.
an absolute mess. But
But I mean, I have the ability to. Well, not right now, but I have the ability that I can jump in the kitchen, that can jump on the floor,
Yeah.
I can serve, I can bust. So it's easier for me if somebody calls out because I can do it. But I mean, I know it's still difficult, but I guess it's we're such a small group, but we have a window where we can ask somebody else to come help
Yeah.
out from.
do you have like a policy in place, right? So if
I
you're
have
like,
three calls. Goodbye.
No,
Unless-
I more
unless,
so
unless,
mean-
unless your name's Katie Hess.
God bless you, Katie Hess. I more so mean like,
Oh, I got what?
I don't like when people individually text me like, hey, I can't come in tonight, I'm sick. Like you figure
no.
it out for me. If you need your shift covered, go in
No,
the
yeah.
group
Nobody
chat.
texts me at all.
Like go in the group chat, call out in the group chat. Or I also like, I appreciate it when they're like, hey, just giving you a heads
Yeah.
up. I'm going to text in the group chat. I'm sick. Like,
Right.
I'm not feeling good, but I am going to put it in the group chat. I just wanted to like let you know so that way I'm not finding out, which I do appreciate.
Right.
A couple people have done that before.
Are you in your group chat?
I'm in my group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to send out the schedule and stuff.
That way.
Yeah.
So I can't
Right.
do it. Yeah. No, I just send it to somebody. That's it. I don't want to be in any group chats with my staff.
I would love to not be in a group chat, but
That's so
unfortunately
annoying.
I'm in 3,000. But I do appreciate when they obviously give me the heads up, but don't just solely come to me and be like, you fix the issue.
Right.
Unless you are like really ill, unless you are literally hospitalized or something happened and you physically can't pick up your phone and you're like, just you call and you say you're calling out. Okay. But otherwise, like if you're just sitting home and laying around, like try to find a cover. And guess what? If you can't find a cover, obviously I'm going to cover for you.
Right.
Obviously.
Right. Well, that's where like being multifaceted
Yeah.
comes into play, because if you can jump in and like cover your employees, then
Now, what about you? How do you feel about it? What do you do? You fire them, break their kneecaps,
I mean,
dump them in the water.
I actually
Only
really
one
don't,
kneecap.
I don't really have like a really big call out issue.
Yeah.
I haven't really even dealt with it like too much, honestly. I think I might have had like one morning issue where like somebody called me early in the morning. They were like, hey, listen, I'm like running tremendously late. And I'm like, okay, shit. Like, let me make sure like everything's cool. Like, let me run down and like just make sure that everything's in place. But really overall, I haven't had too many issues of people like calling out or like at last minute anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody has been like pretty much like on par, like, cause we're pretty open with the schedule.
Yeah.
Like we'll work with a lot of people like in their scheduling. So if they have like things that they want to do,
Now, is your
pretty open to.
is your staff more middle 20, that the mid 20s?
I have
or like mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I feel like
right.
that's why I notice calls out more.
the older.
No, the younger.
Younger
yeah.
people?
Yeah.
I kind of have like a good like
Yeah.
range of people, especially like all throughout the summer. Like I had younger all the way to like, you know, mid 30s. And actually, I didn't really have any issues this year
Yeah.
with anybody
I
calling
had
out or
very
anything.
minimal issues. Actually, my one server on her starting weekend, she was supposed to start and she was like, I can't come in today or
I'm more
tomorrow.
annoyed by the late, like
That drives
coming in
me
late.
nuts.
Yeah, coming in late
can't
like,
let
really
that-
bothers me more
God.
than calling out.
That drives me nuts. Savannah.
The way you name drop, man.
Right? We're just tearing them
Brutal.
up.
I'm
But-
tearing 'em all up.
Scared to work for you. No, I get
goodness.
that being late because then it's just like this is so inconvenient and you're gonna set up the night for failure.
Right. Well,
Right,
at least
like-
if I know that you're not going to be there, then I can come up with something. But if I'm
Yeah.
expecting you to show up and then you don't show up, you know,
Well, yeah.
And then
that's a
they're
little more-
like,
no call,
what?
no
It was
show
only
is-
15 minutes, and it's like that
And you're like,
15
yeah, well, that
minutes
15
is
minutes
pivotal.
really cost a lot.
Well,
of,
especially what you're
you
doing
know,
if it's-
time and organization. Now,
Yeah.
Setting
Now,
yourself
instead
up.
of being ready, now we're not ready, and we have to like run last minute to like play catch up.
Yeah.
You know, especially like if I'm in the kitchen by myself and I expect somebody to be there, and then last
Oh, yeah.
minute they're just
Not
like
there,
not
you're
there,
done.
or you know they're 30 minutes late. Now I have to plan
Go into overdrive.
Yeah, go into
Yeah.
overdrive and you know make accommodations for that.
I guess.
I mean, you make
I-
it work, right?
I feel like with call outs and even more so being late, I feel like that happened more so when I was working within restaurants as opposed to when I became an owner. Like I remember being a server and I feel like there would be at least one text a week like, hey, I can't come in. Can someone cover me? Or I'm going to be late, you know, just a heads up to like, I remember being over at Vintage and there were so many days to where like a lot of the people were either teachers or they had other jobs. And it was like every single day I was the only one there. And I ended up having to go a whole extra hour early because I had to set up the whole patio by myself because they're like, oh, well, I don't get off until 4 and then I have to go home and
geez.
change and then
Yeah.
I'll be there
Right.
or whatever. So it was like, God, this is so frustrating.
Right.
You know?
This is crazy because I was just actually talking to Jenny about this. Who calls out more, girls or guys? I think it's girls. No offense, but I think it's you guys always have problems.
See, I didn't take it offensively until that last statement.
No, not like problem, like you know, like you know when Ann Flo's in town and whatnot,
Right.
or bad hair day, or you know what I'm
Bad
saying?
hair day.
Yeah, Ann Flo, you know the Red River Rocket.
I'm literally, I'm seeing red. Georgia's canceled.
Bitches be cray cray.
I would love to set you up on one of those stimulators of when like it does the pain index of like a woman
Wait,
on her
oh,
period.
okay.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, what are we doing at George? We're gonna
No, we're
stimulate
gonna-
him? What is happening?
no stimulation.
I'm gonna pretend like it's a simulator. It's gonna be an electric chair. I honestly don't think that there was ever one over the other.
No, just think
Also, I think it's harder
I
because
know.
you could say like, oh, I think it's women, but what's your man or woman
Like ratio.
like? Yeah, female to
'Cause I
male
feel like-
ratio.
Well, I think-
'cause for us,
Obviously, if it's more females, then more females are gonna
Yeah.
call out.
You know, like I think I only had like one male on the
Yeah.
staff, and
I have.
everybody else was female.
I think I have 1.5 males.
Who's the
I
half?
don't know yet. Either Barack or Drag. I get to pick.
Brack is Brack.
Brack.
Brock is a whole male, okay? But no,
You doing good, Barack, on sound?
I just I was curious just because I guess like you said, I since becoming an owner, it doesn't really happen often, but it does peeve me when people like they're like, I'm just not really feeling good tonight.
Right.
Or when people do the whole, hey, in the morning, just wanted to let you know I'm really not feeling good. I'm going to try to pull it together later, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm not feeling good. It's like, are you calling out? Or
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
what
I
what
did that
is
once.
this?
I
What am I
Right.
supposed to be doing with this information? Either get better, get in and whatever, tell me you're not coming, or go in the group chat and look for coverage if you're not feeling well.
Right.
But I hate when people are like, I'm just feeling off today. Just wanted to let you know because like maybe later.
The
And I'm
crystals
like,
were off. not enough mercury.
Why do you want to be on my shit list today?
I don't know. Have you seen my hat?
You are an easy target.
Have you seen my hat? Anyway.
Yeah.
But,
anyway,
yeah.
I spoke my piece.
Yeah.
So don't call out. Go to work.
No, I mean, like, call out. Like, if you're genuinely sick, don't get anybody else sick.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
care of yourself. Like,
Be
it is very
responsible,
important.
respectful.
And as an owner, like, I want people to feel safe calling
Yeah.
out. You know, like,
No,
they're not going to
absolutely.
be like ridiculed for calling out, but at the same time, like,
But it's like,
do
please
your
call
due
out
diligence
responsibly.
Yeah, do it responsibly. And take care of your business too. Like, we all have shit to do. I made the schedule because it aligned like this for a reason. If you can't come in, even though you committed to that day, then
Right.
I find it to be on your hands
yeah.
to find coverage.
Figure it out.
And if nobody can cover, then yes, I will cover for you. But I shouldn't be the first person that you go to cover your shift.
Right.
You
And
know?
then even if you're like upset like about that, I think like that's like normal. Like as an owner.
Yeah.
Like to be like upset and aggravated about the fact that, you know, they're calling out last minute or whatever. And then them having to accept the repercussions of that. Like so many like, you know, call outs last minute. I mean, there has to be like some kind of repercussion
Fired.
for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Or-
there was at a job that I worked at, they had sorry, I was trying to think of where it was. I remember like if you had called out like twice or after your second call out,
right.
you got stripped of like weekend shifts or whatever, or you got like you didn't get like the money shifts, right? Like they would put you on the
Yeah, you have to earn it back up.
Yeah, or they would cut you from 4 shifts to 2 until like you proved that you were going to be there and you were responsibly either picking up or doing whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. There has to be systems in place for that. But for me, give me a heads up, but put it in the group chat.
Right.
You look for your own people before you come to me. That's like my number one gripe.
Yeah. But you're definitely backing up like the rest of the staff.
Yeah.
And you're definitely
Yeah.
putting the other staff, you know, behind because they're the ones that are going to pick up your slack
Exactly.
when you're gone. So,
True that, homie.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Gucci G.
Thanks, guys. That was great.
That was fantastic.
Restaurant
I'm
Punk.
going to go beat George up now.
We're at-
Restaurant Punk out. 3, 4.
Got it. Cam too.
Here.
3, 4. He's like quiet.
Wait.
What you got? What do you want?